know, geez, we've talked about this and we've talked about it, and I think it's time to do something, don't you? I mean, we've talked about all kinds of things, but here's what I do want you to remember is that even though it's about Riviera Maya or about hitting gold, the beautiful thing is the scripts are all the same to get you to where you want to be. And that's really, really important. Let's see, let's go ahead and mute lines.
Yeah, let's see
Okay.
here.
So, so I want you to think about this, and you may be taking notes. If you are, that's great. We've written some notes that we want to share with you guys. We want to kind of guide you through this. And heaven knows, in this industry, we've earned lots of trips. This last trip was really bittersweet for us because we were just almost there.
Yeah, we were pretty close.
And we were so glad that Elisa and she earned it, and she and Dr. Baker got to go. And we felt like we could kind of get a little bit, a piece of information, from them when they got back.
Yeah.
But it's so much more fun to be there with your friends, and you guys are all our friends, and it's like a family. I've got to tell y'all something. One of the guests that was on the Zoom last night, he texted me this morning, and he said that was the best Zoom I've ever seen. And I said, what did you like best about it? Remember, that's the words we use every time. What did you like best about what you saw? He said it felt like
and wait a minute before you continue. Why do you do that? Because you're eliciting an emotional response versus a logical one.
Right. And yes, okay. And thank you. And the words come from their mouth.
Right.
And so what he said was so beautiful.
And the only way that you can get words to come from their mouth usually is to ask questions. So you ask them a question and the words come from their mouth.
I said, what did you like best about it?
In case you didn't know that, that's how that works.
He said, teamwork. That's what he said, teamwork. How everyone was so eager to help be successful. That's the American dream. He said, my body is still overwhelmed by the Zoom video last night. It felt like family.
Wow.
That was this morning. He texted me. I didn't even follow up with him because that was like at 8:30 this morning.
And this is a prospect we only met like 3 or 4 days ago, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And all I did was give him a business card. It was not a place where we could really talk. And I said, you know what? My husband and I noticed how attentive you are and how much you seem to really enjoy what you do. And we would love to talk with you.
You'll never guess where we met this guy. I guarantee you nobody is going to know. You're going to say, well, was it at a restaurant? Was it, of all the places that you could meet a prospect, we met this guy at a funeral.
He was one of the funeral directors, and he was so attentive, and he was so careful to make sure. And I had a, you know how you cry, you dab your eyes. I had a Kleenex and I wanted to throw it away. And I was looking for a trash can. I had it in my hand. He went out of his way to go find a trash can for me and bring it to me. Now that's somebody that's a servant.
Yeah.
And so,
sure.
That's what we're talking about. When we talk about what we do in Viseo, the word Viseo means servant. That's what it means. And so, and that's in Latin if you're taking notes. But the thing about your why, and some people are on here and they're saying, well, I just use the products. I invited everyone from all of Rise Up Nation, and some of the people on here just got started. They are just now experiencing the products, and they're thinking, I just want to feel good. But here's what happens. And I got into this industry just because I wanted to help my mom. And when she started feeling better, I was so excited. I wanted everyone to know. And we call that a product evangelist. And I just became so excited. I had to tell everyone. And the next thing I know, I'm earning a check. And that helped me pay for my mom's product. And I kept thinking, geez, this is crazy because I'm just doing all the things I normally do within my day. I was a soccer mom. I was going to the nursing home, taking care of my mom. I was helping my husband with his things that he was doing. And I was busy. And I know many of you are really, really busy. I know you are, especially if you're working a full-time job and you're raising kids or you're caring for your parents. All of those things play into network marketing. And people, for some reason, they look at you once you're successful. They look at a Rustina, Angela, or Elisa and Jerry, and of course, us and they say, well, it's easy for you guys because you've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
We have the same challenges. We all have the same challenges. You know, one of my dear friends who's actually a scientist, she has to take care and work with doctors all day long. And when doctors would get really kind of, I hate to use the word, but kind of snippy with her about things, because she's the one that saw the blood work, and she would say, no, this is what the blood's telling me, you know, and she basically told them, here's what you need to do. She said, everyone puts their pants on the same way. I don't have the degree that the doctor has, but I know blood work and I know what the blood's telling me. Blood work does not lie. And I see Bailey shaking her head because you're a nurse, and you know that. So my point is that your why does not lie to you. In your gut, in the middle of your stomach, when you get that gut feeling that, you know, I want more. I want more from my family. I want to be able to travel, or I want to be able to, when someone has a need, I just want to be able to give them the money anonymously. I just want to help people. And so when the products help you, when you're just using the products for the sake of using the products, let's just say Eternal Active, you know, because that's a really amazing product that helps people with pain, you know, and you get better. Like, it may take you a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever it is, it's, you still have that experience and you want to share it with people. The next thing that happens is that then someone says, well, how does it work? You know what I did when I started with the other company? And I was like, I said, I don't know. I don't understand it all, but I just know you just take the product. And that's all we did. And we're still doing the same thing. And the way we grew our business is the same way we're doing it. And they just did it at convention. Stories. You tell your story. You get good at telling your story. And you want to keep your story so short. Yeah, God wants to give us the desires of our heart, but we must do our part. You're right, Elisa. You know, so what you have to do is get your story so simple that you could say it in your sleep. Now, I was a trainer for Jenny Craig, and I taught people how to answer the phone. One of the things I said to them, and I can still quote it just because I taught it for so long, thank you for calling Jenny Craig. How may I help you? My name's Patty. What's yours? First thing we taught was how to answer the phone. And so the same thing applies. Your story should be so simple that you should be able to quote it anywhere.
So, and speaking about the why, what we're visiting for here right now today is really about the how. And we're talking about Riviera Maya. So how you answer the phone was kind of like how you got to your why.
Exactly.
So we're going to talk about how, some of the hows of Riviera Maya. And some of our notes are, you have money and feel better. Why don't you go into that, and then I'll talk about the recognition.
I will, because again, I've been talking about people just want to get started to feel better, you know, and probably 80% of the people that you get started in this business will just want to use the products, but then they have a product experience. So then our next goal is to help them get their product paid for. And that's what I'll tell them. Look, I just want to help you do that. And then, you know, recognition.
What was it that Mary Kay said about women that they'll do something, but they'll save the world for recognition? What was it? How does that saying go?
I don't know.
It's a really good saying. It's from Mary Kay.
Up.
They'll do something for, you know, for like an award, but they'll save the whole world for recognition.
I think you're right.
A little bit of recognition, something like that.
Yeah,
so,
we just heard it recently from Amy.
So that's what the trip is all about, is recognition. And so,
well, let me sidebar real quick.
All right.
Is that it's also about being there and networking with the other leaders, because they're people. And the thing I love about Riviera Maya or Cabo, it's like what someone said, it's not all the diamonds that go, it's everybody from every rank.
Right.
And that's really powerful, you guys. I've learned so much from new people who are getting started, because they're so real and so raw, and they're not tainted by the industry. Right. And so what they say sometimes is like a golden nugget, and you just have to glean everything you can from that. So that recognition is important, but it's also about networking when you're getting there. And so, you know, the rules and regulations are on the Vaseo wall for you to be able to go to and read them. But I love what they've done this year. When you talk about recognition, the star and the star maker, are the two, but go ahead and
So will you gonna let Corbin tell it, or are you gonna?
no,
do it?
this is is that the one you're doing?
That's
Okay.
what I'm fixing to do.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
But they have done something so unique this year. It allows us to help recognize people for doing the things they're supposed to do anyway. So go ahead.
Family, Corbin Rouse here, and I wanted to help clarify some things. There's been a little bit of confusion on our Riviera Maya trip next November. What I want to do is make sure everyone understands the simplicity of this program. There's 3 different ways you can get it, but one of the ways that I'm most excited about is teaching the depth in the organization, being able to duplicate what you do.
Wow.
Make it very, very simple. So you get a spot in the sale, obviously. This is not the binary. This is laying it out as if you go out and you need to put in 5 personals into the business. They can be brand new people, or they can be people you put in the past, as long, this is critical, as long as they've never put in 1 or 2 people into the organization to count for this. So you go out, you personally put in 5 people, and you help those 5 people go star, where meaning they get one on their left leg, they get one on their right leg. All 5 of those people do that. You can put in more than 5, but for this simple scenario, 5 people, you're teaching them the duplication. You're going star, you're creating star makers. That is what you need to do. And all of the points for 5 or more people with 5 stars, you're becoming a star maker. 22,000 points. So it's a simple.
Okay. Could you guys hear him? Could you hear Corbin? Yes?
Yeah. Could you see him?
Okay.
Okay. All
So
right.
we're going we're going to post that on WhatsApp because Holly posted it today. But the other thing is that the way that they set this up now, and when you read the rules, go to the rules so that they can see them. Go to Vaseo Wall. You don't have to do it right now, but you do want to go to Vaseo Wall, and this is what you'll see.
We got to share the screen first.
Yeah, the 3 different ways to qualify. And the original one where you sign up 22 people for 22,000 in volume, that's still one of the ways. But the other way is that what he just showed you, the star maker, 5 people, and they don't have to be brand new. They can be, but they can be someone that you signed up last contest, you know, that has never sponsored anyone, that never has done anything but use the products. And maybe they gotten customers started, but they haven't gotten the brand partner started. So that's the criteria. But you want to go help them anyway. That's what we want to do anyway. So when you do that with 5 people, then you are helping them also get earnings toward the trip.
What's beautiful about this option number 2, about getting 5 people to Star Maker, is that you're working towards the Riviera Maya trip, but in the process of making 5 people get to Star and Star Maker, you're actually like Corbin said, driving depth in your business, and you're going to actually promote a lot of people within your organization just by doing that. And there's going to be people that are going to, you know, you're going to hit gold. There's people going to hit star 800. There are people, that's multiple things are going to happen. That's a really good way to get there. I really like that way.
Well, and then the next one is customers. So you could sign 22 customers. Yeah. And if they just get 20 points, which is 40, let's say they got a bottle renewed, and they just want to get renewed every month. And then as they build, and then of course you can, as you sign up customers, guys, remember putting them on the customer app is important, so they can just go in and they can learn and they can order from that app. So then the more products they order, and then as they refer people, they get loyalty points also. And then now with the new loyalty rewards program that they launched for the brand partners, that's even bigger, because people need to stay active all the way through November 10th of this year in order for you to stay qualified to earn the trip.
And I had this question too earlier today. Somebody asked me about it. What if they upgrade to a brand partner? Their stuff goes towards option number 1 at that point.
Right. So if a customer upgrades to a brand partner, then all of those points transfer. So real quick, this is important. There's a widget, that's what they call it, in your back office. And you can go to your back office, log in, and scroll down, and there are 3 different areas where it keeps track of your contest for you. You don't have to try to figure it out. They've already got it right there for you. So it's beautiful the way they've done it. And the tracking in the back office, that's important. But the other thing, you can go and pull a report for all of the people who have joined you since the beginning. And you can print it out, And if you're brand new, lucky you, there's only a few people, you know? So, you know, the important thing is that find those people who have never, ever hit star and print that out and call them and let them know about this, because we go back to that why. People's whys have changed considerably during this pandemic. So lots and lots of people that would love to earn a free trip or love to earn the extra money to get to gold. And so, you know, one of the things that you'll want to do, and some of you who've gone to Holly and Corbin's training in Tulsa know that you need to know, first of all, who your sponsor is and who your upline diamond is.
Right.
Well, in our case, our upline diamond is Corbin and Holly. But for all of us to get on the phone with Corbin and Holly to do a connect call is pretty tough to do because they're very, very busy. Same thing with Rusty and Angela, you know, but Rusty and Angela have put a calendar out and you can actually book a connect call with them
On calendar.
on Calendar. That's important because you can look at their schedule and see when they're open and book it, and it'll send them an email and they'll connect both of you.
And that's Calendar. I don't know how to spell that.
Calendy.
Yeah.
We'll post it again on Rise Up Nation. Or
It's
on
a free
Podcast.
app,
It's a
so-
free app for that. But the other thing, well, they pay for it.
Yeah.
It's free for you.
Yeah.
So anyway, but that one is really critical. But let's say, for instance, I'm going to use Holly and Corbin as an example. When they joined, her brother, Bo Pelton, signed her up. He was a pro golfer. And he was like, yeah, here, sis, you can get in, you can do this business.
I heard about this thing. You
I
might
heard
want to check
about
it
this
out.
thing. You might want
Yeah.
to check it out. And then he takes off and he goes and plays golf. Well, she's just kind of hanging out there. She doesn't really know who to talk to. So she ends up going to a meeting in Dallas. She finds out that her upline is Debbie and Charlie Kalb, and she connects with them. They're like 2 or 3 levels up from her, but she knew her upline. And so she stayed connected to them, and they were the ones that did connect calls with her and tried to get her going. So the same thing applies, but you stay in your line of sponsorship. And so, you know, you want to find out who of course your sponsor is, and then the person above them and above them, so that you can do those connect calls with them and help them do that. The other thing about those connect calls that are so important is to know the person, kind of their background. Like we know Rusty and Angela, you know, Rusty owned a gym. Angela was, I think, a teacher, and she's worked in.
You know, I'll
all
have to
kinds of
go.
things.
I'll have to go check, but I can almost bet you there. We did a couple, maybe a year ago. People were asking about everybody's backgrounds. I think we put a
We did.
sheet on
It's
Rise
archived.
Up Nation that has
Right.
everybody's backgrounds information.
Right, because when people are talking to us on a connect call, when you introduce us, then it's important that we know their background. You know, tell us a little bit about them first. So I'll get more into that later. We'll do it on another one.
You have
Rusty-
to, yeah, that's the only way you can edify them anyway. You got to know a little bit about them.
Right. So the important thing when you're trying to earn this trip, you can tell people, look, I'm in a contest. I need you to watch a Zoom for me to give me your
I'm
feedback.
trying to win. You know,
I want to win
mean,
a contest. And if you want to do it, you can do it too. We can all go together.
do you think you can help me win? You know?
People want to help you out.
Yeah.
And so I think the most important thing is please don't try to do this by yourself. Write your goals out, put it in writing, put it all over your refrigerator, on your mirror, put it in your car, on sticky notes, put it wherever you look all the time, wherever you are.
You have
And-
a video too, don't you?
Well, I have a video I want to share with them. I think it's kind of fun, but you can go ahead and get that ready.
It's ready. Just
Okay,
whenever you're.
so the most important thing is it's so much easier sometimes you think just to do it yourself. So I want you to see this cute video just to remind you of it.
Hopefully it'll come through good.
Hopefully you can hear it. I'll check.
Okay, ready?
You want me to help us?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
What do you want me to do?
What about yourself? What about yourself? I'll do this one too. Gonna do that. You drive. What about yourself? Go drive.
That's awesome. So what's the point of that?
My point is that we think that Rusty and Angela are too busy. Y'all think we're too busy. You think Elisa and Dr. Baker too. You think everybody's too busy to talk to you on the phone. We are waiting for your call. We're trying to help you buckle in.
Yeah, for sure.
Buckle in and let's do this, you guys. I mean, it's really exciting to have corporate doing Zooms for us right now on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Every Tuesday and Thursday, you can count on a Zoom at 8 Central Time to plug someone into. And that's going to help you grow your business. And then on Saturday mornings at 11. And Rusty and Angela have been doing one every Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning. And they're waiting right now until corporate does that so that you can focus just on that one thing. And so, you know, tomorrow night is Melissa Duty. And we try to put that information out for you on WhatsApp and on Rise Up Nation. So you'll know, and you know Melissa Duty's story. She used to be with Rodan and Fields. I mean, she was a really high producer there. They changed the comp plan and she was working harder to make the same amount of money. And she's like, well, what's wrong with this picture?
Right.
You know, so someone told her about the sale and she looked at it and she said, wow, this is amazing. Well, I've got to tell you that one of the girls that we are talking to well, she's still kind of with Rodan and Fields. She gets a little residual check now. She watched the Kim and Lee video from the back office that I sent to her on the finance part of it, on the how the money works. 12 minutes into it, she texted me and she said, this is an aggressive comp plan, because she understood what Rodan and Fields plan was previously, because she was making about $2,000 a month from her Rodan and Fields business. And so my point is that when she saw that from Kim and Lee, she's like, sign me up. I'm ready to do this. This is an aggressive comp plan. And
Because
so
she's about the money.
she's about the money. But you go back to people's why. What is it they really want? But the thing about the videos and the things that are in the back office, Angela has worked really hard and she's done an amazing job of getting some videos into our app for us, because you subscribe to the Rise Up Nation app. And one of the ones that she edited herself from conference and put in the app is Tracy Gibbs talking about the heart medication, or the heart cardia. The cardia. And it's about 4 minutes long. And now when you send that to someone, go down into your app and find it under My Tools. And when you send that to someone, you will get a notification that they've watched it. It's in the app, and she's working on putting a video of her and Rusty doing
the new presentation,
in the app. So that way you'll get a notification when they watched it. So kudos, Angela. Thank you so much for that. And then the Kim and Lee video from last Thursday night, the 27th of January, is now in the app. And I sent that to someone today because they missed the Zoom last night. In fact, Sabrina, it was one of your people that you were talking to. So I sent Kim and Lee's video to him because it was about 28 minutes long, I think is all it was. And it was very factual. It was just real easy listening. So especially if you're talking to a guy, it's really nice to have a mixture of some guys talking about the business and some women talking about the business. So now that they probably Melissa Duties will be there tomorrow night. And so that's really about all I have.
Let's see if anybody is
for this. Does anybody have questions?
Yeah, open it up for questions. Anybody got some questions?
Oh, it's that now it's uploaded.
Oh, so Angie's saying it's already uploaded.
Good, Angie.
That's
thank
awesome.
you so much.
Yeah.
And before we open it up for questions, I guess, is it unmuting for everybody? Or
No, they
just
can
have-
unmute themselves
Okay.
whenever they're ready.
Just unmute yourself if you have a question. Okay. All right.
Nobody has any questions.
All right. Well, I mean, I know it's pretty simple, but the truth is that you guys, we're going to earn the trip. I'm just drawing a line in the sand right now. And if you want to earn this trip, you're going to have to stay plugged in to your upline and to us that are helping you. And then pretty soon you're going to become the upline for people and you're going to be helping them.
Yeah.
And so it's just a beautiful marriage of people helping people, just like that prospect said. So yeah, so thank you for putting that recorded presentation into My Tools, Angie. That's awesome. So unless somebody has something else, I think that's about it. And then
What's that? Somebody said something? What's that? Brent, your skin looks amazing.
That's a personal message to you.
Oh, wow.
Okay. All right.
Well, there, if we've been around Dowling for the last 4 years now, and when we first met him, he came to Tulsa, and I think it's the first time we heard him recite a poem that's near and dear to his heart. And he's recited a couple times And it's always been a really, for me, it was a personal inspiration. And I talked to him about it, and he told me where he got it. So I went and looked it up and printed it out. And I've been trying to memorize it. So as far as the Riviera Maya trip goes, I want to just kind of recite the poem to you, because it's really good to help you keep going. And if you guys have anything that you need to help get you over the hump, to get you through get you out of the ditch, back onto the road, and get in between the lines again, whatever, just give us a call. We're always here, and we're no different than anybody else. We get frustrated and stuff sometimes too. We just don't quit on the same day, so yeah, absolutely. So let me see if I can get through this. So when things go wrong, when they often will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high and you want to smile, but you just have to sigh. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you dare quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, or all the time learns for some of us. And many a failure turns about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with just one more blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he learned too late, when the night slipped down, how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when your hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. So Dallin used to recite that a lot. It's really cool, poem that he likes. It's close to him. And I whenever I heard it, I loved it. And it helps me keep going. And I, trying to memorize it and teach other people. So I really liked it too. So I thought it'd be appropriate for here.
Absolutely, because we're just beginning this journey for this trip. And so Diana says, I'm going, and James and Elisa Baker, you must start now to earn the trip.
Yeah, Elisa, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I think part of the reason why we missed it by a few thousand points is because we did start early on last time, but we didn't get enough people early enough on to allow that volume to catch up in the end. And so we were just a few thousand points away. But your point is very salient, that you really need to get everybody going as early as possible so that all the volume builds up as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Diana wants us to post that. So we've got it. We'll post it, Diana, so you can print it out and keep it for you. But more than anything, write down your date. September 5th is the last date to qualify for the trip, September 5th. And then you want to do everything you can early, like Elisa's saying. And more than anything right now, we love you guys so much. And we're not going to do this every Wednesday night, but I'm thinking about maybe once a month.
Do some training or something.
Do some training on the Wednesday night like this. So you guys, you'll have to let us know, but stay plugged in, and we'll just continue to work with all those that reach out to want to earn the trip.
Yeah, before we let you go, we just want to let you know we're praying for everybody that's not feeling well, that's under the weather, that may be sick, or you have loved ones that are sick, or you've got inclement weather. It's snowing here right now. We're going to have probably a foot of snow by the time the morning rolls around. So if there's anything we can do for any of you, we're here for you.
Love you guys. Thanks so much. And we'll take you out with the video at the end. That video is so awesome. You guys need to just share that with people. Thank you, Bailey. Thank you all. Yeah, get a visual to remind you. I don't know where it is. You're the computer guy.
Thanks a lot.
I know. Is that it?
Let's see here.
We love it. No,
nope, that's the wrong video.
That's the wrong video.
Yep.
But anyway, hey, thanks again for jumping in tonight. Love you too, Lauren. Maybe he'll get it. Can you get it?
Nope.
No. Okay, well, listen to this one.
Here it is.
No,
that's the flyer.
Never mind. See, you don't have to be perfect, right?
Yep.
I just wanted to play the video one more time.
Stay warm, everybody. Have a great night.
Love you guys.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye, Sabrina.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you all. We love it too, Lauren.